What up with the good peoples? You already know TikTok and chill. And today we're gonna get back into this story about the girl who got whooped on by her boyfriend for going on the girls trip. This is gonna be part 3 and 4 and the final part. If you missed 1 and 2, I got them on the channel. Go check that out first. We're gonna get into it.
Long story short, security let him into my building when I was not there. So when he did come back and meet me and bombard me at the door when I finally got off my flight, demanding his things from my apartment, it was strange because he already had been inside my apartment to get his things. So I don't know. I would not let him in. A entire debacle ensued. I told him, I finally said, hey, I'll go upstairs and get your stuff, because he was manhandling me downstairs to the point where securities had to intervene. I said, I'll go ahead and get it and bring it down, but I do not want you coming upstairs to my door. There are 3 points of security access when you get to my building. There is the concierge desk, the elevator, and once you get up the elevator, which requires key access, there's a middle door which requires further key access to the units. So I'm thinking like, okay, he really can't get to me. I'm just going to bring his stuff back down through the elevator and just call it a day. Well, when I left my apartment and came out of residence, those middle doors, he had gotten up the elevator somehow. I don't know, with the security, I don't know how, but he was standing with 2 security guards, charging his phone on the wall, and then causing a scene, saying that he needed to get to me to talk to me. I handed him his things immediately and was like, gotta go. I turned around to leave, and he starts chasing me down the hallway. Security starts chasing him, so everyone's chasing each other. It's very ghetto, very strange, and I'm telling him I don't want to have a conversation. There's literally nothing to talk about. At that point, I was over it. There's so much that has gone on, so much egregious, nefarious things that have gone on in this relationship. I did not want to talk. Security asked me in front of him, do you want to talk to him? I said no. They said, listen, sir, she does not want to have a conversation with you. You need to go. They had tried to physically restrain him because he was trying to physically attack me, and he stood in the hallway and he was just like, no, it's fine, she's good, I'm not touching her. He always does that. Like, he'll try to be like, oh, he'll put his hands on me and be like, I'm not putting my hands on you, but you are. He told them I'm not touching her, blah, blah, blah. At that point, I like slid against the wall. I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I think I have a little video clip of that. I'll try to add that to this, actually.
Touch you, I'm not touching her, it's okay. Alright, but I still gotta let you know. You gotta do shit. Look, bro, you gotta do shit. You already put your hand, it's okay, bro. I don't care.
After the incident with security, they were finally able to get him to leave, and he left. Though he called me all night long, he finally did leave my property. Next thing you know, I go to sleep. I wake up early in the morning. He's at my door. He's pushing himself inside the door. I open the door to see who is outside the door, and he's pushing himself inside. Apparently, he had bypassed security, or actually, I don't think he bypassed them. I think that they were in on it, because he did say, which was confirmed, and I'll release all of this video footage, by the security guard, that the woman downstairs spoke to him and showed him some group chat between the security guards discussing the incident from the night prior. He also did say that he was somehow able to come up. He went through the elevator, which again requires a security card. He went through the residential door unit, which requires security, and he got to my door. He pushed himself inside, and the first thing he did was try to force himself upon me. I did not want to have sex with him, and I just completely was like over it. I was obviously still upset from the night before. He did not care. He wanted to have sex at that point. I was telling him to leave. I told him I did not want him to be there. I told him several times, and ultimately, like, I guess maybe a couple hours later, like, this went on for a little while, a physical fight started. It started when he picked me up and by my face, and he slammed me on the couch, and he called me a stupid fucking bitch. Damn, can I say that on here? He called me a stupid effing B. And then he just continued to grab my face in the palm of his hand, smashed his face in there, and just kept palming me, snatching me, squeezing my face. My lips are busting at this point. My mouth filled up with blood. My nose filled up with blood. He's throwing me around. At one point, he slams my head against the bathroom wall. He's spitting loogies in my face over and over. He slams my head against the toilet. He's holding me against the toilet. He's smashing my face against the toilet. He's dragging me all over the apartment. I'm actually trying to fight back. I am hitting. I am swinging. I am scratching. But obviously, he's much bigger than me. I'm like 140 pounds. I'm 5'10" though. And he is like 6'3", 200 pounds. So there was a very obviously uneven power struggle there. I continued to swing at him. At one point, I did hit him right here, and he got really mad at that. I realized the more I fought back, the more upset that he was. So he came up to me, he grabbed me by the face, literally by the face and the neck, and picked me up and slammed me on the floor. I believe that is when I got a concussion, as ruled by the hospital later on. While I was on the floor, he then punched me in the eye. My eye's looking a lot better now, but it was like really looking bad. He hit me in the eye, and then he hit me again in the face. So I'm on the floor, my face is swelling up, my nose is bleeding, my mouth is bleeding, and I can't even open my left eye. Literally, the moment it happened, it immediately started swelling, and it was just a mess. From that point, I lost consciousness, and I started shaking, and I just remember begging him to take me to the hospital. I knew that he wasn't going to let me go anywhere alone. I knew he would let me make any phone calls because he took my phone. So at that point, I just started begging him to take me to the hospital. After the incident with security, there were 5...
Man, this got to be one of the craziest stories I heard about a weirdo being a woman beater. Now, this dude got a lot of problem and a lot of nerve, and he's entitled. You know, you could tell he been spoiled his whole life. You could just tell by how when the security said, he just thinks he could do whatever he wants, bro. He not gonna take no for an answer. And I know people don't like when you start diagnosing people, sociopath, psychopath. He's some kind of path, and she need to take a different path, go the other way, because this is the type of situation where, I hate to say it, 6 months down the line, either he done unalived her or she unalived him, and now she in jail because she was protecting herself. This dude is a straight goofy, man, and you already know. Nigga, if you mad, you already hit me in the inbox. Nigga, if you see this weirdo. Yeah, beating on her, man, like she's a straight, like, MMA match. This nigga's a coward, man. And then, he kidnapped her. That's kidnap. When you don't let nobody use the phone, call nobody, you don't let them go nowhere, you ain't letting them go where that's kidnapping, sir. I don't care how long you been with them. Yeah, man, let me know what y'all think in the comments. And I think the family they want to say they parts of it. I'm going to get into that later. So make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment.